pull up a chair. This is Off the Back Porch. Off the Back Porch with Sandy and Boomer is brought to you in part by Country Village Sporting Goods. Everything you need to get in the woods, the water, or to the camp is at Country Village Sporting Goods. Jason Hardy State Farm. Like a good neighbor, Jason Hardy at State Farm is there. And Larry's Pizza in El Dorado, home of the Double Pizza Parade.
20 plus years of bringing you the most important and latest information with local happenings, news, sports, opinions, and probably an attempt at humor. Also brought to you in part by Davis Farms Country Market. For farm to table fresh, it's Davis Farms Country Market. Cook's Body Shop. Chances are it will happen. And when it does, look to Cook's. Murphy Arts District. For the latest information on concerts and events, go to eldomad.com.
Recorded live from Main Street Pizza in historic, beautiful downtown El Dorado, Arkansas. With a history of being the voices you trust. This is Off the Back Porch with Boomer and Sandy. Or Sandy and Boomer. Or two old guys you've known for a long time, whatever. And now your hosts, Troy, Boomer, Barrios, and B.A. Sandy Sanford.
Hey, welcome to another edition of Off the Back Porch with Sandy and Boomer. And Boomer, here we are at our favorite place, and that is Main Street Pizza.
Yes, where the locals come to eat, and also where they have the coldest beer in town.
Coldest beer in town. Brick baked is best.
Hey, let me point out something that happened last week, and you know you're old when you can't do your job because you got a doctor's appointment. I had to leave early last week before the show was over because I had,
Yeah, exactly.
You got to go see all them specialists when you get this old.
Right. Well, I'll say this. Buddy Hall did a good job.
He did.
He did a great job sitting in for you. And even though he downplayed, he's like, oh, no, I won't be able. I'll just sit here. And,
Buddy's fun.
He was good. He was great. And we had a really good show. Got a lot of compliments on that show.
Well, good. Let's have him more often then.
Yeah. And that's why I told him. I said, he sent a very nice text thanking us for having him, and I told him, I said, man, I'm already looking forward to the next one.
But Buddy's always been a jovial, comical, serious, sometimes fellow, and but always a lot of fun to be around. Always enjoyed playing golf with him.
Yes, I enjoy playing golf with him as well, especially on scramble.
I like breaking his clubs and stuff.
Well, you did that.
I did that.
Yeah, I still think he's keeping count on that.
He is keeping count on that, and and it's been probably 10 or 15 years since that's happened, at least, because I can't swing that hard anymore. But I never knew that wasn't one that he had won that club, and he couldn't go replace it so he had to buy another one.
He had to buy one, yeah.
So I owe him.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna pay him, but I'll owe.
I'd rather owe you forever than beat you out of it.
Yeah, brother, I don't want to beat you out of it.
Well, again, welcome to this week's edition of Off the Back Porch, and here at Main Street Pizza. Now, you look and you say, now, the background looks a little different, and it is.
It is, because we just switched sides.
We did. We switched sides, because where we normally record, at that table right there behind us, that one Boomer's pointing at, there were people eating there.
Yeah, and here's the table where homeless guy came and ate our pizza.
And stole our pizza. Hey, my wife keeps threatening. She's like, I'm going to show up during one of y'all's podcasts.
Come behind you.
And I'm just going to take your pizza and walk out. Don't say one word to me.
Okay, what's the, game day when ESPN's at the game? Where each.
Yeah.
And there's one college that they go to every one of them. What is the name of that college? Anyway, we need to have somebody holding up a sign behind us.
Every episode,
like they're breaking in the show. They're cutting him.
You know what we need to do? We just need to get a cutout of someone.
Cut out.
Just a cutout of them.
Yeah.
And like those COVID fans during baseball season during COVID.
Yeah.
They just had cutouts of them in the stands.
Yeah.
So we need to get a cutout of someone.
And here, a basketball game with nobody in the gym is really weird. It sounds like
weird.
Practice. All you hear is squeaking tennis shoes.
It is.
And people hollering, shoot! No, I don't know.
They learned from that, because when they did baseball and football, they would pipe noise into the stadium
to make it more authentic.
And when we went to an LSU South Carolina game at Death Valley during COVID.
Did you?
Yeah, and it was strange because I don't care who they can be playing the Sisters of the Blind and the Merciful, and it's going to be packed out.
They'll sell it out. They may leave in the third quarter.
Right.
Go back to the
go back to the tailgate.
Tailgate.
But it was weird, man, because you look around, there's empty seats. I'd never seen empty seats in Tiger Stadium
that's
before.
Weird. Yep.
So
it's 110,000, I think.
Yeah, and I was. Of course, you see all kinds of things, on Facebook Reels or TikToks or Instagram Reels or whatever. And I saw one the other day, and it was like seismic events that were not earthquakes.
Yeah.
And so a couple of them were space shuttle launches. And there were a couple other things. I don't remember. 9/11 was one of them. But the like number 4 on the list was when LSU beat Alabama in 2019 at LSU with Joe Burrows and Coach O. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
with Coach O and them. It registered like a 4.4.
Yeah, the geology department was over there going, "Oh my God,
what just happened?
What just happened? We had an event." Yeah, we did for sure. I had that on my phone. I sent it to some people the other day.
Yeah,
and it was that event. They had a video of that.
Oh
event.
man, I'm telling you, I was at home watching that game, and I mean, you could just feel it through the TV.
Yeah,
just how crazy it went. And that was an amazing. And look, you don't have to like LSU. I don't care who you like and who you don't like. But you can't take anything away from the fact they went undefeated and won the college football championship, and kind of won it running away. It wasn't even a close game, really.
Who'd they play?
Clemson.
Clemson. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't. Have you heard the rumors the last week about Nick Saban supposedly thinking about coming back?
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I mean,
Miss Terry told him he can't.
Yeah. First of all,
Miss Terry's going to decide.
She decides where he's going to coach and if he's going to coach anymore. But I'm thinking to myself now, look, you coached at LSU, you coached in the NFL, you coached at Alabama.
Yeah.
Well, where else can you go?
Yeah, I mean, you won how many at Alabama?
Yeah, seven national championships or something.
Yeah, he won one at LSU, and then
Les Miles
won one with Saban's group.
That's what I'm saying with his crew. Yeah,
yeah. So, College Game Day. It's a pretty good gig. I mean, he just does
but he's a little too thin-skinned.
Yeah.
He's a little thin-skinned.
He gets somewhat perturbed. Well, that's because of coach.
That's right.
They have always got that focus where you're going to. I'm going to give you the directive, and you're going to just follow. Yeah,
I said, and that's why you're going to do it this way.
Yeah,
and so I get it, but I was thinking maybe USC, if they decided, okay, they're done with Lincoln Riley, and
I'd like to have Lincoln Riley now.
I would too. Listen, I can handle a couple of 10-2 seasons. I'm just saying.
I loved Oklahoma, because I lived there 10 years. But when he was there, that was just that's great.
Yeah. But if they decide they're done with him, I mean, I could see possibly, maybe, if the money would have to be spectacular, and they would have to have a whole program to handle NIL. Because I can tell you now, Saban's not going to do it. I mean, if you've heard any of his interviews about NIL,
he's not absolutely for it or not.
Now, again, and I think we may have discussed this, but here's my thing on NIL. It is absolutely wrong that the University of Arkansas, for example, how many millions of dollars did they make with those number 5 Darren McFadden jerseys?
Yeah.
Or the Peyton Hillis jerseys? Or the Felix Jones? Or the Matt Jones jerseys?
Yeah, yeah.
And those boys didn't get a penny of that. I'm not going to say names, but I'm just going to tell you that there was a all-SEC running back who played at Arkansas. I was playing golf. You were with us with a booster from the University of Arkansas. He gets a phone call, and this kid, who's an all-SEC running back now, ends up getting drafted to go to the NFL, was borrowing money to go home and see his mama.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that.
Yeah, there's no reason for that.
Not when the university makes millions and millions and millions of dollars.
So I agree, image and likeness. But, there has to be some kind of
but where it is now is not good.
Yeah, there has to be some kind of level on it because, now they're just doing contracts.
Right.
I'll come to USC, but this is what I have to have.
Yeah.
Or hey, USC offered me this, does Alabama, you willing to offer more
right.
than that? So
or Michigan or Ohio State or whomever, you know.
Yeah. Hey, in the Big Ten has won the last 2 national champions, and I like that. I want to have a competitive, because eventually it's going to all come down to the SEC and the Big Ten.
Exactly.
Because they're just, it's just like corporate absorption.
Right.
Gentrification of the college football
right.
is happening. And just like Louisiana Tech is look, instead of the
Sun Belt, going to Conference USA,
or
the other way around.
They're going back to the Sun Belt.
Sun Belt, yeah.
Considering going back. And the conference they're in has all over the country. And, for a college like Louisiana Tech, who's not a Tier 1 college,
right,
but great tradition at Louisiana Tech, to be able to compete, they have to be able to get some players.
Right.
Now, they can't, they'll go and play LSU.
Right, but that's a money game.
It's a money game.
We're going to show up, hand us our check.
Hand us a $10 million or
put 76 into nothing on the board. That's fine, and we're going to leave.
Yeah, we'll come out there. And they have to do that in order to fund their own. And that's why at the first of the season, people say, well, why are we playing a no-name? Because they want, LSU's and the Alabamas of this world need to fill that spot. And this team was willing to do that and make the money.
And the other thing is you don't want to fill every one of those spots, not when your conference plays cupcakes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you're Arkansas and you're like, why are they playing Arkansas State? Well, there's a whole lot to that.
There's a lot to that. Yeah, that's a whole
let's just say they're playing Nickel State.
Nickel State, in Thibodeau.
Yeah. Or Bogalusa State, whatever. Which one is that?
I don't know.
You went there first before you went to Tech, didn't you?
Oh, that was Nichols.
You went to Nichols. Okay, okay. Yeah. Anyway, but they're playing one of those, and you're like, why? Well, who do you want them to play?
Yeah.
Do you want them to play? Do you want them to play Baylor?
Yeah, and get beat.
Well, or even if they win, I mean, to take the risk of injuries and all that when you're playing. Now there could be injuries in any of those. I get it.
Yeah.
But do you really want to go out there and play a big Power 5 school? I mean, you're already playing Notre Dame this year. Mm-hmm. First time ever. Notre Dame's coming to Fayetteville. Mm-hmm. But, you're going to have one or two of those games, but you need a couple of cupcakes in there. Yeah. You need a UAPB.
A rest week.
You need one of those in there. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more of Off the Back Porch right after this.
Grammy Award-winning Train, live. August 27th, the Mad Amphitheater in El Dorado, Arkansas. Train with special guest Edwin McCain. On sale now at eldomad.com. Presented by Save Me San Francisco Wine Company.
Hey, welcome back. More of Off the Back Porch with Sandy and Boomer. How are you, Boomer?
All right, man. Good afternoon.
Can you keep it together?
Very superstitious. Riding's on the wall.
Yeah. So, thanks for being along here with us here on Off the Back Porch, and as we're at our favorite place, and that is Main Street Pizza in beautiful and historic downtown El Dorado. Looks a little different because we're shooting from the other side of the room this time.
Thanks to Donnie and all the crew for making us so welcome here.
Yeah.
We got us a pizza on the way, on the way. We got a pizza half gone.
Yeah, it's half gone. We're going to make sure the homeless guy didn't eat it all this time.
Yeah, we can put it right here.
Right here in front of us. So, Boomer, I thought I would share this story with you, and this comes out of California.
Okay.
Dated July 11th from United Press International. A California woman said her house is being flooded with unwanted Amazon packages that have been arriving for about a year. Ooh. The San Jose woman, who wanted to remain anonymous, said each box contains a faux leather car seat cover from the brand Etkin, which is sold by a Chinese Amazon seller.
Yeah.
The woman's address apparently was listed as the company's address for returns.
Yes.
She said the packages continue to pour in despite Amazon's repeated assurances to fix the issue. For their part, Amazon says, look, we've apologized to her. We're working with her. We're going to pick them up.
Yeah.
We're trying to fix the problem permanently. Mm-hmm. But I get it. It's not just a snap your fingers and it's done. I mean, that's the address that company's putting out. So they're going to have to fix that, you know. Anyways, Amazon representatives were at her house Tuesday and picked up packages. John DeFore of Woodside, California, faced a similar issue last year when dozens of unwanted Amazon packages began arriving at his home. And they called that a brushing scam, where Amazon sellers send packages to random addresses in order to up their number of sales, to make it look like they've sold more.
But they didn't actually get the money.
Right, but if they can say 10,000 people last week bought this, then there's bound to be a lot more people who will then
that's advertising.
Right, right. Joelle Angelhart of Chapelot, Ontario, was targeted by an apparent brushing scam. She received a box containing 1,020 condoms that she did not order.
Huh.
Cindy Smith of Prince William County, Virginia, was the target of a similar scheme when she received more than 100 Amazon packages she had not ordered. Amazon investigated her claim and discovered the vendor was sending to random addresses to remove unsold merchandise from Amazon fulfillment centers.
Okay,
so they
just get it out of there.
Just get it out of there because they're paying rent,
storage at Amazon
on that.
Yeah.
So I may need Amazon's phone number because Boomer, I'm all the time having packages show up at my house I didn't order.
What?
I mean, all the time.
What kind of packages?
I don't know. It's stuff that my wife evidently has her name on it. But I didn't order any of that stuff, and it's all showing up at my house all the time.
Well, if she's ordered it.
Well, that's her. But
she lives there.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay. But what's your point? I'm
thinking I've been scammed. There's a lot of stuff showing up in my house that I didn't order.
Well, you may have been scammed, but it's not by Amazon.
Oh.
I think you need to talk to the little wife.
Good point. I may need to take that up with her and see if I can figure out why.
I'd be gentle. When I say the little wife, that's tongue in cheek, and because she can hold her own.
She's a Cajun.
I know what she is.
So I got to be careful.
You must be very careful.
Or that inner Rougarou come out.
She got some of that Rougarou. But the story about the lady getting the faux seat covers. I heard that story, and I read about it, and it's a lot of them.
Yeah.
It was a lot of them.
Like thousands a week.
And the company had said that, return them and we'll get your money back. Well, but, they don't have any record of being returned when they're shipping to a lady's house.
When they're shipping to somebody else's house. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Anyway, she said it wasn't anything she could use. It would be different if it had been some candles or something. Yeah.
Can you imagine that first day, though? That first day you come home and you're like, wow, that's a lot of Amazon packages. And you go and you look like, well, I didn't order any of this stuff. And what? So
and
finally,
returns.
Finally, you slit one of them open. You're like, car seat covers. And, you open them up. And that's what they all are.
All are.
Now, like I said, if it had been, I don't know, box fans or something.
Anything
else.
And, they're made to fit specific cars.
Which evidently they don't.
Because they're getting sent back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway. Yeah, I like that story. That was a good story.
It is a good story. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have more of Off the Back Porch right after this.
Everybody loves a parade, and hilarious pizza throws parades all week long. Bring the family in for your favorites, or explore the variety that Hilarious Pizza offers. Come join us at Hilarious Pizza for the greatest parade ever.
Did you know that if your home air conditioning unit is already running and you turn the thermostat down to try to make it cooler in the house, you could be doing more harm than good? This is why you call Dyson Service Company, the experts of home comfort solutions. That's another way of saying Dyson Service Company helps make your home a place of comfort and relaxation. Call Dyson Service Company today, 862-0409.
Hey, welcome back for more of Off the Back Porch with Sandy and Boomer. And Boomer, once again, we have people who take no regard for their own well-being, their own reputations.
Yes, it's not actually taking your life in your hands, but not short of reputation.
Yeah, and they come on this show.
Walk in and sit down.
Just walk on here and sit down with us, and so we are very happy to welcome with us this week the new men's basketball coach from South Arkansas College, Eric Collins, and the new ladies basketball coach for South Arkansas College, and that's John Thomas Ryan. Thank y'all so much for being with us.
Happy to be here.
Glad y'all be here.
Yeah. So let's just start. We'll start here, and that is, Eric. I believe the first press release was you're from Augusta, Maine.
Yeah, Gardner, Maine is right next door, though. Yeah.
So how in the world do you get from Maine? I didn't even know there was a highway that connected between there and El Dorado.
I didn't either until I drove down there.
They say you can't get there from there.
Yeah,
but you can.
Yeah. You got to jump on a couple different highways, but you can get there. Yeah, you can get.
Did you go down I-95?
You
didn't
know
do
what?
that?
No, it was 4th of July weekend. I actually avoided that one.
there you go.
I stayed away from 95. Yeah.
So, and Coach Ryan, where do you hail from?
I'm originally from Northwest Arkansas, but most recently I was at Crowley's Ridge College up in Paragould.
Nice. Okay. So you actually, it wasn't that hard to find El Dorado.
No, sir. I've been around before.
So let's just start here. I mean, what got you into coaching basketball?
You know, I've always loved basketball. Grew up playing it. I've got 3 older brothers, so I was always in a gym whether I wanted to be or not. And once I got to be an adult, I figured I'd pick something that didn't have me sitting at a desk the whole time and gave me an opportunity to, form relationships with people and, have fun making a living from a game.
That sounds exactly how it happens. How about you? What got you into coaching basketball?
Yeah, mine was a little bit untraditional. I grew up played in college and everything. Decided college wasn't for me at that time. Went into the military. Had the time of my life over in the military. When I got out, I was like, I never thought about coaching really.
Mm-hmm.
And got back out and said, I want to get back into it. I love the team structure and everything. And started coaching back in the high school ranks and then the college ranks. And here I am. So, as a player, I never thought I was ever going to be a coach. It was never on the mind, and kind of the military kind of changed that for me.
Yeah.
I've obviously I'm 5'6" in cleats, so basketball was never an option for me. But baseball, I played baseball, and I never dreamed of coaching until one day I found myself standing on the diamond. And so I do understand that's how it happens. You're just like, oh, okay, this is what I'm doing now. And so it does. So let me ask you both this, and you can answer individually, but, obviously recruiting is I would think is the foundation of what you have to do. If you want to build successful teams, you have to be able to recruit. What are the challenges that you face recruiting to South Arkansas?
I think one of the issues right now is the dorms, which South Arkansas College is. They're fixing that. Next year we're going to have brand new dorms. I think that really make things a lot easier on my end. I'm from the Northeast, so now I can really grab a kid from Boston. I can really grab a kid from Atlanta, where I know some people, and bring them over, and it's a whole lot easier to convince to mom, like, hey, they're going to be in the dorm rooms instead of, hey, they're going to be at the apartment down the
complex,
road. Yeah, but I think on the men's side, I won't speak for the women. A lot of the men are kind of willing to go wherever that opportunity is. Mm-hmm. So at that point, it's just, do they believe in your coaching system? Do the parents believe in you? Do they like what you have to offer? And I think South Arkansas, as a college, kind of offers a pretty good package and sells itself as well.
Cool. Good.
How about you?
Yeah, similar struggle with the housing, especially this year with dorms coming in. That's going to make it a lot easier, of course. But, yeah, just, making sure the players and their parents are reassured that their daughter's going to be safe coming down here and staying in an apartment likely for the first time, living on their own or with teammates for the first time. It can be a bit of a struggle. But I'm definitely looking forward to having dorms to sell moving forward.
Yeah. when the announcement, the groundbreaking took place and the announcement was made about the dorms, I asked the baseball coach, Cannon Lester, I said, will this help you in recruiting? He said, not so much for me. He said, it will help basketball. So he recognized that. But he said, not so much for me. However, he said, I have found myself keeping a guy who probably we shouldn't have kept, and he probably should have been cut. He said, but he was one of 4 who was living in this apartment. Yeah. And he makes up a quarter of the rent and the utilities and the food. And if we cut him, then those guys all have to pick up his part. And he's like, so I get it. He said, he said that will prevent me from keeping some guys that otherwise I probably wouldn't have kept. So I can imagine that being that as well. So for example, you are a native Arkansan.
Yes, sir.
And when you recruit, you're trying to capture as much homegrown talent as possible, or?
For sure, yeah. I think the base of the team should be local kids as much as possible, at least, half of them, if only because that gives the other players maybe a alternate home where they can go to on the weekend, go home with a teammate so they can get some home cooking and some extra support. And it helps, especially this year, with if they're local, I don't have to, help them out with housing or anything. But yeah, I love the Arkansas kids, and then once I have a strong base of them, that makes me more confident to go out and grab some kids from other states.
And the same goes for you. Now, you talked about reaching back to the Northeast, to the New England area, and grabbing a kid out of Boston, and of course in Arkansas, one of the most famous New Englanders who ever played was the shooter, Pat Bradley, and he still keeps his Arkansas connections open, and but beyond that, I mean, I guess the whole nation is basically a canvas for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I would love to have Arkansas kids or young men. We say kids. They're definitely young men. I would love to have them, but, really I want the person with the right character. And if it's between an Arkansas kid and a kid from Texas or wherever, Alaska, I want the kid that's going to walk in, or a young man that's going to walk in here and be a professional.
Work his butt off.
Yeah, and that's what means more to me now. If I can have 15 kids or men from Arkansas do it, great.
Let's go.
Obviously.
Great. Yeah. But I'm open to them all, as long as they know when they get here we're going to be professionals.
What do we have returning? Do you have some returning players?
Yeah. So we had 2 returning players. We had Xavier and Braylon are returning.
All right.
Yeah.
And how about you? What do you have returning?
Also 2. Yeah.
2.
I'm really excited about them staying.
Well, I mean, that has to be, and this is something that Cannon Lester, the baseball coach, and I talked about. I mean, it's basically, with the exception of 1 or 2, you have to rebuild every year.
Yes, it's certainly a big part of our job, is making sure we have enough to put a competitive squad out there.
Now, obviously, South Arkansas College plays in the Junior College Association. What typically do you see, especially with young ladies, what do you see as the typical junior college athlete? Is it someone who was having trouble academically? Is it someone who's having trouble financially? They got offered a quarter of a scholarship to go somewhere, and they just, family-wise, they can't make that happen. Who is it that you can really target to recruit?
Yeah, that's definitely going to play a part, whether it's finances or academics that they want to, focus on. But I think that especially now, JUCO is open to anybody, and with more colleges closing and becoming limited on their scholarships and their budgets, I think JUCO is becoming an even more attractive option, where, like you said, maybe they got a quarter scholarship offer somewhere else. Instead, they can come to South Ark, play for 2 years, get a lot of reps, and then either get a similar opportunity or an even better one, and save themselves 2 years of racking up a lot of student debt. That's going to put them in a real good position moving forward in life.
Sounds great. And again, I would think the same thing would happen for the men's side.
Yeah, I think the pipeline right now is, we got a lot of men that they want to be D1, they want to be D2, but a lot of those schools right now are kind of encouraging kids to go JUCO, and they're living off the transfer portal. So those big schools are living off us and what we can produce.
Yeah.
So, I think on the men's side, it's a little bit being like, pump the brakes a little bit on the Division I. They're taking all the transfer kids right now. Let's get you in JUCO. Let's develop the other part of the game that really needs to be finished. And, instead of having one Division I or Division II offer, sometimes kids go to JUCO and they walk out 5, 6, 7, 8, and they have more options going the JUCO route.
And if you become a pipeline and recognize that for Division I, or then your players will be looking forward to, or looking to you, perhaps, Eric, to be a part of what you're doing down here.
Yes, sir. I completely agree with that.
So that has to be another thing when it comes to recruiting. You have to be able to go in and name drop, don't you? You have to be able to go in and say, hey, last year I sent 3 kids to D1 schools, and Coach Cal took one, or Coach K, or whomever, But you have to, I sent one to Baylor, I sent one to Duke, I sent one to here or there. Though that has to be in your sales pitch, I guess.
So, for me, it's not. And maybe if I know, hey, if I just put a kid in Baylor, I'll use it. But I think 9 out of 10 times, mom and dad want to know who they're sending their kid off to.
Sure, that makes sense.
And that's a whole lot more important of what are you going to do for my child now compared to, Kentucky would be great. Arkansas would be great, but we don't know. Life happens, right?
That's right.
People get hurt. People get sick. So I try to just sales pitch like, this is what we can do for you here. Here's how we can help you be a better human.
Develop your child.
And you know, and make that lasting connection with mom and dad, I think, is more important.
That's good. That's good, Eric. Yes.
John Thomas, one of the things that I've heard from other coaches, they say, you know, sometimes it's going in and convincing a mom or a dad that you're going to teach their kid how to do laundry. This kid's never done laundry for themselves. They've never loaded a dishwasher. You know, they've never cooked a meal. And it's that someone's going to be there looking out for them.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of what we do as coaches is just helping them develop in some of the most formative years of their life. I know for me, I changed a lot and grew up a whole lot in my college years. So, yeah, them being in a place where they trust the person that's one of their leaders to do that is a big deal.
So do y'all play the same schedule at the same schools at the same time?
So we'll play region games against the same schools. So that'll usually be back-to-back games, men and women. But then our non-con is a lot different.
So where are you traveling this year? Where are y'all going?
Yeah, so, you know, out of conference, I went with a real tough schedule. I wanted, you know, part of recruitment that we talked about, I wanted to play really strong Division I JUCOs to really highlight the athletes that we had. You know, so we're going to Pearl River, we're going to Hines, we're going to Jones College. So we're hitting the road, and we're actually even going over to Nashville. We're going to play Volunteer State.
Oh, wow.
So you give our players a little bit different experience and bring them over there. So,
how about you? Where are y'all going?
We're trying to stay pretty close just to, you know, save on travel costs and everything and make it to where especially the local families can come still see their daughters play. But, yeah, hitting some D1 JUCOs in Louisiana and Mississippi, and then trying to stay close to hit a couple of JV games from NAIs, just as, you know, another opportunity for maybe that's a school a year or two from now that wants to be recruiting one of our kids. It's an opportunity for those coaches to you know, see what we're building over here.
Give them a chance to see what you're putting on the floor.
Exactly.
Makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense. Well, gentlemen, I got to tell you, I thank y'all so much for coming. I'm excited for you.
And they sent gear.
And they did. They sent us some gear. Got some South Ark Stars hats, and we got this South Ark Stars backpack, and we will give those away.
Yes,
we will give those away on our Facebook page. So keep watching for that contest. And I was going to give Heath a hard time and say, had you let me know you were bringing stuff, I'd already had a way to give them away. Well, he did. He did let me know. I just didn't see the text until just now. So that's on me. I will wear that.
Thanks.
Well, again, Eric Collins, John Thomas Taylor.
Ryan,
sorry.
Close, Taylor.
Yeah, close, Ryan.
I got three first names. Just get one of them and I'll answer.
Thank y'all so much for being with us on the show today. We really appreciate it. Best of luck to you this season.
Thank you.
And we look forward to hearing great things and hopefully have y'all back on and talk about your season.
absolutely.
For sure.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, more of Off the Back Porch right after this.
People will call it a number of things: kisses from the clouds, revenge from Mother Nature, or just a little cosmetic damage. But the truth of the matter is, it's hail damage, and it severely affects the value of your car. And if you don't get it fixed and have an accident later, you could be looking at a lot of out-of-pocket expense from your insurance for pre-existing damage. If you have hail damage, get to Cook's Body Shop. Cook's Body Shop has highly trained experts at paintless dent repair who can make your vehicle look good again. When it happens, look to Cook's, 118 Rowell Street in El Dorado.
This is a nightmare.
Someone called for a nightmare? Hang on. That's your nightmare? Some roof damage? I'm a professional. I deal with real nightmares. You just need to sing the State Farm jingle.
State Farm jingle?
Do it!
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm can help with your claim. We're here when you need us.
Great. Can you get rid of it?
Ooh, we getting rid of. Wait.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Yeah, me.
Welcome back for more of Off the Back Porch with Sandy and Boomer, and enjoyed visiting with the coaches.
Can you let your backbone slip like that?
No, I have way too many chiropractor visits to prevent me from doing things.
Chiropractor visit. Yeah, the coaches from South Ark. Well, how cool was that?
Yeah, that was good. That was good to visit with them and kind of just get their philosophy, and it makes sense. You know,
it does make sense. You know, we think recruiting for one thing, and this coach Eric says, you know, you got to convince those parents to let their child come and to your campus. And
and I guess it makes that difference. So if that kid is a D1 athlete who has NIL money coming and that kind of thing, yeah, you got to be able to promise them the moon,
Some
basically.
stuff, yeah.
But I guess when it's like, look, this is the only chance he has to go to college.
Yeah.
And so we're going to teach him how to be a man.
Yeah.
And
what apartment are you putting him in? Until you have you say y'all building dorms, but where's he going to be?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So it was a good
sense.
visit.
Yeah.
Good visit, makes a lot of sense. So, hey, I thought I would share another story here with you, Boomer.
I like them.
This one is Good Morning, Here's Your Panda.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a new thing I've never heard. Good morning, here's your panda. Okay.
A hotel in China has been ordered to halt its Red Panda wake-up call service, which brought red pandas into the guest room and allowed them to climb on the beds. Chinese authorities have ordered the Lijiang Holiday Hotel to cease all activities.
Easy for you to say.
That bring visitors into close contact with wild animals. The hotel had gone viral for its red panda wake-up calls, which gives guests, including young children, hands-on encounters with red pandas in their room. Hotel officials said there are 4 red pandas at the facility, and they would take turns making visits to guest room. How long they spent with guests depended on the animal's mood and the temperament of the day. And I have to tell you, Boomer, I agree. I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to put a wild bear
as a wake-up call in a room.
As a wake-up call in a room.
That's kind of like trunk monkeys. Yeah, that's on the way to some horrible things happening.
What level of service gets the red panda? I mean, I would think that would be top tier.
That
highest,
would be the presidential suite type stuff.
So what other services do they offer? So I contacted the Ling Ling Jinping.
You did?
Ling Ling Jinping Holiday Hotel.
Okay.
And I asked, as suspected, the penthouse and concierge suites, which come out to about $800 a night, are the ones that get the red panda wake-up call.
Okay.
However, they do have other offerings. The ambassador level suites will come with turn-down service, complimentary breakfast and lunch, free Wi-Fi, and 2 puppies. You get to keep one puppy, and the other one will be used for your complimentary lunch.
Oh, that's not true.
It could be.
Could be.
The Regal level suites offers free Wi-Fi with only limited government overwatch.
Yeah.
Free bat soup appetizer and a tote sack full of wild alley cats.
What kind of soup?
Bat soup.
And a what full of what now?
A tote sack of wild alley cats.
In a tote sack?
Yes.
Okay. And what level was that? I want to be sure.
The Regal.
Regal, okay.
That was the Regal level.
I want to stay there. Yeah.
The marginalized suites offers a mattress that someone may or may not have died on, as many free rodents as you can eat, and as a wake-up service, they sneak 3 baby badgers into your room and then throw the mother badger in to find them. Welcome to the Ling Ling Jinping Holiday Hotel. Which level do you want? You want the wild bear
you better start
or the badger?
You better start at the top. Hey, Fro was online last night and was looking at some. Obviously, it's a very exclusive place. What would be a top amount that you would think would be for a night stay at an ultimate resort? What would you think would be like way top tier?
Well, I mean,
how much? A dollar number.
I mean, whether I could afford it or not.
No. It's not what you could afford. What you would think would be a top tier, exclusive, exotic, any kind of
4 figures. I don't know.
4 figures would be
so $5,000,
$7,000-8,000.
Yeah, something like that per night.
$160,000 at this place a night.
Never slept in a bed worth that. Not
time. Not gonna neither.
Not gonna neither.
I need to find the rest of that story because she was just
$160,000.
She was just telling me, she was reading it and I didn't read the whole.
It comes with a Lamborghini after a week's stay and. And you get to kill 1 hooker,
and eat the last exotic animal in the world.
That's right. It comes with some hoot owl.
Yeah, it tastes like a hoot owl. Tastes like a bald eagle,
Boomer, here's a story about couples.
Okay,
and this is a true love story.
Yeah.
This comes out of Kiev, Ukraine.
Oh.
After 123 days handcuffed together to save their on-again, off-again relationship, Ukrainians Alexander Kudlay and Victoria Pustakova have split up.
Easy
Yeah, easy for me to say. Shedding their bonds on national TV and saying the experiment brought home some uncomfortable truths.
Mm-hmm.
The young couple had decided to handcuff themselves together on Valentine's Day in a last-ditch attempt to break the cycle of breaking up and making up. Throughout the experiment, which they documented to a growing social media following, they did everything together, from grocery shopping
I
to
bet.
cigarette breaks.
Yeah.
They took turns to use the bathroom and take showers. Victoria, who initially she resisted the handcuff idea.
Well, hang on a minute. Let me back up with you. You can't take turns showering and using the bathroom.
Not if you handcuffed. I mean, unless the chain's this long.
You can't take turns. You can stand there like this while they're in the shower, or stand there like this while they're on the toilet. But you can't take turns.
No, you're both in there.
Yeah.
You're both in there. Victoria, she initially resisted the handcuff idea. She shed tears as they discussed the breakup and cut the chain. She said personal space is what she missed most, although she felt her boyfriend did not pay enough attention to her while they were chained together.
Oh, my.
We stayed together all day. I did not receive any attention from Alexander.
Good.
He didn't tell me I miss you or anything. Well, how can he miss you?
He ain't left you.
He's right there.
Yeah. Kind of like when y'all talk about me, I've said, hey, I'm right here. You and your buddies. Okay.
Whatever.
But, okay. Don't even get me into it.
So
Men don't understand women.
No, we do not.
And women try to understand men more
Good
than
luck.
men try to understand women. I got to give you that. They want to know what makes us tick.
We don't know what makes us tick.
We don't know what makes us tick. And most of the time, we try. I stopped myself. I had that hurdle, and I stopped myself.
Good for you. It's called maturity. It's about time you got here.
At 69, I stopped finally. But yeah, guys really kind of are clueless when it comes to women, so we don't even try.
Right, for the most part,
Yeah.
because we're like, I'm not going to get it right anyway.
Here's the thing with men. Here's what we need: a place to sleep, a place to eat, a place to go to the bathroom, and someone to have sex with.
Pretty much sums it up. I mean, I was telling one of the kids the other day, and I don't remember if it was, I think it was one of the 2.0s. I was telling, I said, here's what a man wants: peace and quiet.
That's it, yeah.
In his home.
Yeah.
You can raise all kinds of hell outside.
Yeah.
When you come in the house, I want peace and quiet in my home. I don't want hollering.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Running and jumping and throwing or fighting.
No, I don't want any of that. I want peace and quiet in my home. So, but old buddy here, Alexander was his name, Alexander Kudlay. He said he did not regret resorting to desperate measures to try to save the relationship, adding that the cuffs have now helped him understand that the two are not like-minded.
Yeah.
We are not on the same wavelength. We are totally different. Duh. She says that you're not telling her, I miss you, when you're standing there.
Next to her.
For 123 days.
Plus they're all the bombing going on.
Yeah. I mean,
Russia's kind of sending stuff in to Kiev.
Yeah, it's not the safest place to be. But here's the thing: he's a car salesman, she's a hairdresser.
So how do they go to work?
Good question.
See, I forgot about the work part of it.
Yeah. So
you got to come to it's bring your wife to work day. No, it isn't. Yeah, today it is. So, you want me to sell any of these vehicles?
Yeah. By the way,
bombed out car sales.
How many cars are they selling in Kiev right now? I just wonder.
I don't think I'd buy one. And the insurance. Can you imagine? No, we can't have insurance for you.
No. Net.
Next 9.
So the couple does plan to sell the handcuffs in an online auction and donate part of the money to charity.
Who do they think's going to buy that?
They have they went viral, evidently. They had a huge social media following.
So it would be just a collector's item.
Like 700,000 people or something.
Really?
Followed their everyday routines.
Huh. Wow.
But again, I go back to, dude, you dodged a bullet right there.
Yeah.
Because if she's worried about you
that needy right next
to you, man, you weren't ever going to make it.
Yeah, you weren't going to.
Yeah,
you weren't going to.
So congratulations to Alexander. He to me, he came out the winner in that.
He joined the army. Honey, I got to go serve the country.
Well, and that also crossed my mind. That may be one of the reasons I'm sorry, I can't go serve.
I got my wife
handcuffed to her right there. So, all right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we have more of Off the Back Porch right after this.
Fresh, local, and full of flavor at Davis Farms Country Market. Come by Davis Farms Country Market right now while the getting's good. Fresh green beans, Ruston peaches, Arkansas tomatoes, peppers galore, potatoes, and more. Straight from the farm to your table. Get the good stuff while it lasts at Davis Farms Country Market. Locally grown and universally loved. Davis Farms Country Market. 4523 Junction City Highway. Or call 870-639-1323.
Hey, welcome back for more of Off the Back Porch with Sandy and Boomer here at our favorite place where the locals eat, Main Street Pizza.
Downtown El Dorado.
And you see our pizza right there. We hit it pretty hard. We didn't show it a lot of mercy.
And we're not through.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the kids have gotten to where if we do have some left over and I take it home, they'll be like,
we expect
what kind of pizza you got, Dad?
What'd you bring me, Daddy?
And so last week and this week both, our pizza had jalapenos on it.
Good.
And so the kids were like,
Nick.
So,
meh.
But my lovely wife, she likes jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
So, hey, I thought I would share this story with you. This comes out of New York from last week. A 15-year-old boy says he feels pretty lucky after being struck by lightning in Central Park on Thursday of last week when a round of thunderstorms swept through the city. Yasin Khalifa, a high school sophomore, was in the park with friends enjoying a picnic when the storm suddenly rolled in. I leaned up against a tree, and I told him, hey, guys, let's just ride out the storm, which in hindsight may not have been the best idea, Khalifa said.
Yep.
Khalifa was knocked unconscious for several minutes, but was conscious when he was taken by ambulance to a hospital where he was treated for burns on his neck and leg. He's expected to make a full recovery. Apparently, quote, I'm pretty lucky because my spine was directly against the tree and there's no nerve damage. So I'm like not losing any sort of motor function. I'm pretty happy about that. Yep, I'm definitely lucky.
Yep. Lucky guy.
You know,
most people know not to get under a tree during a storm.
Maybe our definitions of lucky are different. Mm-hmm. I'm lucky that I've not been hit by lightning.
Yeah.
90% of people who hit by lightning aren't killed by it.
No, it just goes through you.
Yeah. I mean, it might miss you.
Blows a foot off or something.
I've got a buddy I went to high school with that, we were in high school. I was like, dude, why do you twitch all the time? He said, I got hit by lightning when I was a kid.
So he's got some nerve damage.
Yeah. But, I just consider it to be lucky to not be hit by lightning.
Well, then it would be maybe fortunate.
Yes.
If you got hit by lightning.
Lightning and
you
survived.
were fortunate that you survived. Yeah.
My pawpaw, B.A., he and I were out in the garden one time, and we're out there picking purple holes because that's
what you do in Texas.
That's all we ever did, it seemed like. But we were out picking purple holes, and middle of the afternoon, a storm rolls up. And he looks up, he's like, yeah, we better head on back to the house. So we're walking from the field down to the house, and man, lightning strikes this tree from me to you. I mean, white flash. I thought, here I am, Jesus. I don't know. I was picking peas, and now I'm here. I got purple thumbs to prove it.
I'm in front of you, so.
I guess I was hit. I was not lucky.
I was unfortunate.
I was unfortunate to be hit by lightning and dead.
Yeah.
So to be absent from the body, to be present with Christ.
With the Lord.
And here I am, Lord. That's what happened. So, yeah, that I don't consider it to be lucky to be struck by lightning. Live or not.
But then if he'd have said, "Oops, I think we may have made a mistake," ooh, that would be bad news. No, you're going to live. You come back later.
You come back later. Yeah. All right, Boomer. Here is Florida Man Part 1.
Okay.
And this one comes out of Ocala, Florida. In a story that somehow only makes sense in Florida, a 38-year-old man was arrested early Tuesday morning after attempting to steal drugs from a police evidence locker, but accidentally attended half a day of police training instead. According to the Ocala Police Department, Greg Cheeseburger Mallory. So his nickname is Cheeseburger.
Hey, Cheeseburger.
So, your nickname is Boomer.
Yeah.
My kids have called you Boomer since the day
they were kids.
Since the day they met you. I call him, hey, Boomer.
Yeah.
But if your nickname is Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes you wonder why. Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
Anyway, Greg Cheeseburger Mallory crawled through a bathroom vent around 5:30 a.m. wearing all black. dropped into what he thought was the evidence room, and instead he was in a restroom adjacent of the department's training classroom, where new recruitments were taking notes on proper arrest procedures.
Okay.
Quote, "We just thought he was a new guy," said Officer Tammy Little. He sat down, took notes, even raised his hand to role play a traffic stop.
Oh, he wanted to get in on the role play.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Reportedly, Mallory participated in a 2-hour lecture, completed 15 minutes of cardio, and even signed up for the department's potluck.
Cheeseburger.
Training Sergeant Max Vindwell said suspicions were raised when Mallory asked if tasers were dishwasher safe.
What kind of question is that?
He was just, he always wanted to know, I guess.
He's a random guy.
He just always wanted to know. This is Sergeant Vinwell. He says, quote, "At that point, I advised my lieutenant," this is such cop speak, "At that point, I advised my lieutenant of my suspicions, and we gave him a wide berth to do whatever it was he was here to do."
Okay, wide berth.
Yeah, so they're just going to watch.
They're just going to see.
They're going to just see what he does.
Yeah, observe.
Why is he here? Because now we figured out he doesn't belong. There's 12 people in his class, but I've got 13
There's
of them.
13 of them.
So his cover was blown when he attempted to open a locked cabinet with a Slim Jim.
Oh, my Lord.
Mallory,
How did he get his hands on a Slim Jim?
Well, I'm sure if he broke in one, he probably had one stuffed in his clothes somewhere.
Okay.
But he did 15 minutes of cardio. Do you think maybe he had a Slim Jim on him then, too?
I don't know. This is a very bold person.
Mallory was arrested and is currently being held on charges of attempted burglary and impersonating a police officer.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
not a smart guy.
Only in Florida.
Only in Florida. Yeah. That could be a story of alcohol was involved.
Well, here's my thing. He's like, "Man, I sure need some drugs.
Yeah.
I ain't got no money. Where's there some drugs? I know where there's some
evidence
drugs.
locker at the police station.
Police department. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to break in. I'm going to commit a felony to commit a felony, so that my felonies will connect with each other.
They'd be in succession.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal something that's illegal to have.
That's right.
I'm not coming in there to steal bubble wrap or some tape or something.
A ream of paper.
Yeah, a ream of paper. I'm in there going to steal something that's illegal to have.
Yeah, I need me some of that stuff that
you
killed Elvis.
That was a banana split. You double stupid if you're doing that.
Exactly, exactly. So,
oh man.
Let's see. Now, I believe you have a Florida man that we're going to get to.
Yeah.
Here in just a second.
Okay.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have Boomer has a Florida man we're going to talk about coming up on Off the Back Porch right after this. Hey, welcome back for more of Off the Back Porch with Sandy and Boomer. And Boomer, before we went to break, we talked about Florida man. We had the one who tried to break into the evidence locker. At the police department.
At the police department.
Yeah. So you said you have one.
Yeah. I found one that might be interesting, and the way this turned out, we try to find stories that seem absurd, but also got a little funny to them a little bit maybe. So this guy, Naples, Florida man, Juan Baptiste Ortega Montoya is his name.
Okay.
Was arrested for disturbing the peace and indecent exposure. Hey, Dollar General store manager called police reporting a naked man riding a stick horse was running down the aisles hollering, "I'm the Latin lover Rudolph Valentino."
Wow.
Said, and upon arrest, he said he was shooting content for his OnlyFans account.
Oh. So he has an OnlyFans account.
He has an OnlyFans account, and he was shooting content for it, riding a stick horse, naked. Not naked. He was naked.
Naked, yeah.
Down the aisle at the Dr. Gentral. So, after arrested, he said most of the time he has to go. He has to wear a costume because he wants to go incognito. So
he did not say that.
He said he has to go incognito because he's got so many OnlyFans subscribers that he's just mobbed everywhere he goes.
Oh,
so today he says he was being true to his real self today, but being true to his real self by riding his stick horse naked. That was his true self.
Congratulations on John the Baptist Ortega.
Yeah, Mr. Ortega Montoya.
So congratulations on that. Here's my thing.
He's a little chafed from that stick horse, I might add.
I got a splint and I can't reach it.
I can't locate.
So here's my question. I mean, I've never even logged on to an OnlyFans. I obviously have heard of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what, I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
But you pay the OnlyFans actor for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's to see their feet or their boobs.
They want to show what you're interested in. And
or just tell you a bedtime story or whatever.
Yeah.
So if he has so many followers, that means he probably has some money, right?
He's making money, yeah. If he has so many that he has to go incognito all the time so they won't know who he is.
Here's my thing. How much does the manager at the Dollar General get paid? Because I'm thinking you could go in there and slip them a cool Benjamin.
Yeah.
And film it all. They wouldn't call the police on you for anything.
Film it all right there, baby. You film all the content you want.
You can be naked up and down that aisle. They'll lock the door and say there's a water leak.
You can stock shelves if you want to. Bend over, stand up, reach up, come down. Yeah.
Completely in what Jesus gave you.
Yeah. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm just thinking
because I know some store managers at the Dr. General. I'm telling you, if you left El Dorado, Arkansas, and drove any direction for 200 miles, I mean on any road you want to. Let's say you went from here to Alexandria, Louisiana. How many Dollar Generals you think you'd cross?
8, 10?
Yeah,
easily.
I drove last year. I drove from here to Morgan City for my class reunion, and I counted 17 between here and Morgan City, Louisiana. And I'm gonna tell you their model. It's where everybody else ain't.
That's right.
Because you just go around El Dorado and see where they are.
That's right.
There's some in town, but there's some ain't in town too.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got off on Juan Baptiste, but
but I'm just thinking he could have
slipped
that manager a little money, and
he could have walked in incognito and then become his true self for his
been his true self the whole time. They'd have probably held the camera for him.
Sure.
Chased him up and down the aisle.
Camera number 2.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. All right, Boomer, it's time for our favorite game, Drunk, High, or Stupid.
Right. Here we go. Let's go.
All right.
I'm ready.
And this week, there is an official answer.
Oh, we've already got the answer. I got to guess the real answer.
Yeah, you don't. It's not a, well, I think.
Okay.
But there is a real answer.
Okay, good.
Here we go. Meet Todd.
Meet Todd.
Todd and his best friend since 5th grade, Jeremy, live in a quiet neighborhood in suburban Northern California where not much happens except an occasional drama with the HOA and every now and then squirrel-related power outages.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So that's a quiet neighborhood, quiet part of the country.
Yeah. Last Tuesday, July 15th, around 3 a.m., neighbors were awakened by the sound of someone screaming, "I know you're in there, Jeremy. Face me like a man." Naturally, people peeked out their windows to find Todd, shirtless, wearing a pair of neon boxers and mismatched Crocs, arguing with his mailbox. One man said, quote, "He circled it like a pro wrestler talking trash. He yelled, 'I know it was you who stole my Hot Pockets. You think you're slick because you have numbers on your face.'"
This is getting weird.
Evidently, the mailbox answered, and Todd took offense to the answer because he then tried to karate chop the mailbox.
Ooh.
He missed, spun in a circle, and fell flat on his back. Undeterred, he stood up and yelled, "That's right, run away."
After he did a Judy chop and a backwards flying kick, whatever you call it.
At this point, a neighbor came out and gently asked, "Todd, are you okay?" Todd responded,
"No, I'm not okay."
"Jeremy owes me an apology and a half a tank of gas."
And some Hot Pockets.
Evidently,
obviously.
Hot Pockets. Police were called. When they arrived, Todd was petting the top of the mailbox, whispering, "Please just tell him I stopped by." He was taken in without incident, but not before shouting, "This ain't over, Jeremy. I will find the garage door opener."
Man.
So, Boomer, was Todd drunk, high, are stupid.
He was high.
That was my thought. I thought that's easy.
Because he's seeing things and imagining
and hearing things and all that. Evidently, you and I both are wrong.
Okay.
Todd is stupid. Completely sober, turns out. Todd had pulled an all-nighter binge-watching conspiracy documentaries on YouTube. Got severely dehydrated and convinced himself that his missing Hot Pockets were part of a neighborhood-wide cover-up, and his brain just glitched. In the police report, officers noted there was no indications of drugs or alcohol, and that Todd was just incredibly confused and alarmingly confident about it.
They didn't give him a 72-hour watch or
nothing? Oh, I'm guessing they did. I'm guessing they did that.
Because Juan Baptista Ortega Montoya did. He got 160-something hours. But this guy, he was just dehydrated and
had been watching too many conspiracy videos on YouTube.
And was hallucinating or from stayed up all night. Maybe he just
don't know.
Lack of sleep.
But don't worry, Todd's fine now and declining to comment. His housemate, Jeremy, by the way, he was gone house sitting for a family friend who was out of town. He wasn't even there for the whole thing. Can you imagine him coming home and everybody's like, Jeremy, are y'all okay? Y'all getting along fine?
Todd, what's wrong?
What's going on? Best friends since 5th grade. What's happening? Oh, well, he ain't here right now. They took him with both arms wrapped around him like this.
They said he's mentally, and he got to go sit for a while.
Do you know where his Hot Pockets are? The garage door
Please
opener?
Tell us where it is. Yeah. So we can get him out.
So we tried to bail him out. He said, not till I get my Hot Pockets. I'm not coming. I'm not going nowhere.
Hot Pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, my. So he was none of those. He was just.
He just
turned stupid.
He just turned stupid.
That's good that you can turn stupid. Because if you turn stupid, you can unturn.
Yes.
You can revert back.
I have turned stupid a number of times.
Oh, yeah. I've turned stupid. Yeah. If you've
and can again.
And might, yeah. And yeah.
This is a very thin veneer.
Yeah.
Underneath this lies
just a lot of stupid.
Grew up on a red dirt road in East Texas, okay?
Yeah, I've been down that road.
Yes, you have. All right, let's talk a little bit about what's happening in the community. The Back the Kids Barbecue and Bingo, Tuesday, July 22nd. Tuesday, July 22nd.
Okay.
At DP's Food Truck Park at the corner of College Avenue and Griffith Street, beginning at 6 p.m. The barbecue and bingo event is going to be there so people can come out and learn more about what's going on with the Back the Kids movement and what they do. There will be barbecue sandwich meals for purchase as well as lemonade for sale. A portion of lemonade sales will be donated to the Boys and Girls Club of Union County.
All right.
July 18th and 19th, it's Grill Wars, the Triple Steak Cook-Off. 2 days of exciting steak competitions, delicious food, and local vendors. Whether you're a pro cook or just eat like one, there's something for everyone at Grill Wars. Also, they will have steak plates that you can buy that Johnny Joseph.
What's this going to be?
It's downtown.
Oh, that's this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Johnny Joseph is going to be cooking some steak plates that you can buy a steak plate.
Yeah.
At $30 and includes steak, a grilled baked potato, roll, dessert, and a drink. Pickup is Saturday from 4 to 4:30 at the corner of Elm and Washington. Limited quantities are available. You can purchase your tickets online or at the Main Street El Dorado office. Now, if you want to do that online, for more information, that is mainstreeteldorado.org/steak.
Okay.
And then if you want to sign up to compete, if you want to be a competitor, it's steakcookoffs.com/cookoffs.
Cool.
So.
Cool. I like that.
This Saturday, July 19th, Trey Johnson is at Madhouse 101 from 7 until 9, no cover charge. And then Thursday, July 24th. This is I signed my kids up for this as well. Thursday, July 24th, 2 free showings of the movie The Best Christmas Pageant Ever.
Yeah, that's going to be at the SAC. I saw that. That's what,
South Arkansas Arts Center. Now all children must be accompanied by a parent, so you can't just drop them off.
Yeah, it's Christmas in July.
And it's Christmas in July.
Yeah.
But you can make your reservation for your tickets at the South Arkansas Arts Center website, which is, and I'll put it here on the screen, saac-arts.org/movie-reservations. That's a lot to remember.
Yeah,
so
you'll
again,
put it up. Yeah.
I'll put it on the bottom of the screen so that you can see it there. But, I remember this is a remake. This is the 2024 remake of that movie. I remember it when I was a kid.
Okay.
And there were, I can't remember the kids' names, but they were just bad little hellion children.
Okay.
And they somehow get picked to play in this Christmas pageant at the church, and it changes them.
Yeah.
And they become better kids.
Yeah.
And so I remember that was hilarious.
So this is a remake of that.
This is a remake of that. And so, but again, that's going to be a free showing. They're going to do showings at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m.
Yep.
And like I said, I've got my brood. We're signed up, ready to go to that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, and Sunday, the 3rd of August, Dr. Mark Rygard, and if you're enjoying organist, pianist, musician, humorist, you need to go to church at St. Paul Global Methodist Church on the 3rd of August at 10 o'clock. This guy, I went online to hear him, and he's a concert pianist, but he does some funny stuff too. He's a humorist. So that, that's if you're not a church member, or if you maybe not teaching Sunday school that Sunday, go over to St. Paul and hear him. Then some more at MAD. 25th Boomer Hill Band will be there on the 31st. Micah Hughes and Washita Revival. These are all things going on at Madhouse 101.
No cover charge.
No covers. And then the one that I'm looking forward to is on later in August, which is getting closer. Avett Brothers and Blackberry Smoke will be in the First Financial Hall on the 23rd. And the big thing coming that more people will know, there may not be as many people know about the Avett Brothers, but a lot of people know about this group, Train.
Yes.
And Edwin McCain's going to be here on the 27th of August, coming up next month. And that's going to be some good stuff happening down at.
A lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah.
So looking forward to all of that. And so, again, we want to thank you. Hey, by the way, you want to just go ahead and promote next week. We're going to have a very special guest next week on the show. And next week's show may be different.
Okay.
We may, instead of just having a segment, he may end up taking the whole show. With us. But
and we're going to go home, or we're going
No.
We're going to stay here with
We're going to stay here with him.
Okay.
But we're going to have former FBI field supervisor Chris Plants.
Yes.
Is going to be here with us.
Great story.
Fabulous story.
Yes.
And just and I'm not going to give it away, but let's just say this. I mean, this guy is on the podcast circuit now, and he is highly sought after.
Yes, for us to get him. He's from down in Minden.
Yes.
And my family knows him, and in fact, my son-in-law's been on mission trips with him.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a great time next Saturday.
His story is absolutely incredible. Just what happened to him in the FBI and the battle that's still going on.
Sure.
And just kind of where all he got moved to and different. He was in Little Rock, he was in San Antonio. But I'll tell you this: the FBI believed the death threats against him were so credible, they moved him and his family in the middle of the night.
Wow.
They had such credible death threats against him because he had infiltrated one of the cartels out of Mexico.
I see.
And so anyway, this guy's story is fabulous and incredible, and so he's going to be our guest next week, and I'm not sure.
We'll take the whole show with you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think we could do just a segment. I think it's going to have to be the whole show. So I'm looking forward to that. In the meantime, thank you for tuning in and watching us here. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We have some more great announcements that are coming in the very near future we're excited to tell you about. And again, thanks to South Arkansas College for making the basketball coaches available to us this week. Until next week, for Boomer, I'm Sandy. God bless.